What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today's video, we're going to be finally taking out the mini drift quad and having some fun with it, testing it out and seeing what it can do. So once I finished this thing up, I really just kind of drove it around a little bit, got it tuned up for the most part, and then put it away. Didn't really touch it since. Ran to dry gas, and I really don't have any gas at the house right now, so I haven't been able to ride it. So it's just been parked up. So I've been really wanting to actually take this thing out, drift it around a little bit, and see what it can do. So that's what I'm planning to do in today's video. But before we take it out, we need to do a little bit of work to it, but nothing too crazy. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But I also want to take out the off-road drag bike. We got hiding under the table here. I also want to take that out, have a little bit of fun with it, test it out, see what it can do in kind of like a flat off-road section, because the spot local is pretty good for drifting around, and then also has some off-road section. We could test that thing out. But the work we need to do on the mini drift quad is nothing too crazy, just a couple little simple stuff. But we need to get it knocked out before we go out. So the first thing I noticed we need to fix up is, for some reason, this rear sprocket. You might not be able to see it, but this rear sprocket, like, they keep getting loose. These nuts keep going loose. And of course, those nuts are like a 27, 28 millimeter. And my set only goes up to a 26. So I've been trying to tighten those up with a pair of pliers, and it holds for a little bit, but then keeps loosening up. So we got to figure out how to tighten that up. I'm thinking just putting some Loctite on it, but I want to kind of wait until we do the axle bearings, because I still need to do those, and I don't want that to be a pain to get off. So we're just going to tighten those up real quick, and then we really need to get the oil leak fixed on this thing. So if you remember when we actually put this thing all together, I had an oil leak coming from the valve cover here, which has just been a pain, and it doesn't stop. So I ended up just picking up a brand new valve cover off Amazon, like 10 bucks. So super cheap. I think this valve cover is just getting old from getting pulled off on and off a few times, and just kind of, it's like sheet metal, so it just kind of bends and kind of just gets bad. I put like 2 or 3 gaskets in this thing now, and it's still leaking. So let's just swap the valve cover and get that all fixed up. And the last thing we need to do is just tighten up all the front brake cables, because the spot we're gonna go to, you're gonna be sending it pretty fast drifting. So having some front brakes on this thing is gonna be a lifesaver, especially if you spin out. We don't need to have any casualties. We don't need to crash or anything. So we're gonna see what happens. So let's get to work on this. I'm not gonna really show you guys, because you guys seen me working on this thing a ton. And I'll catch up with you guys once we're actually ready to start loading some things up. Alrighty guys, so I got the mini drift quad all finished up, and she is ready to roll. So I got the front brakes all dialed in, just ended up having to tighten up the cables a good bit. Now those things lock up perfectly, so I'm hoping we get some good burnouts with this thing, but at least save us if we end up spinning out, going a little too fast. Got the rear sprocket all tightened back up, just got my pliers on it and tightened it up. I'm gonna keep my eye on it while we're drifting around today, but I think it should be good. Got the new valve cover all installed, so kind of hard to see, but it's nice and shiny in there. New gasket, new bolts, so hopefully that thing should be good to go. Got the oil topped up in it. I would like to test it out, but I ain't got no gas here. I'm gonna end up just topping it up whenever we on the way, just hit the gas station, fill them up. But I think she should be good to go. I got some tools, so if anything we can tighten it up later. And then you might notice I got some sleeves put on it as well. So this sleeve was actually one 6-inch wide sleeve, and I ended up cutting it down to 2 3-inch sleeves. So we had a set of sleeves for the go-kart maybe a year or 2 ago, and they're barely used because driving it around, it was just super hoppy. They weren't like 100% circle or something, and it just wasn't driving right. It was a little rough to drive and uncontrollable as hell. So we ended up just kind of buying a new set and having those sit in the corner. And I just ended up pulling one out today, chopping it in half and slapping it on there. So I'm hoping we can kind of smooth that out. That's why I was thinking we can do a good, maybe long burnout and just kind of smooth them out as best as possible. But I rolled it around out here and everything feels pretty smooth. But if anything, we still have the sleeves from when we actually built this thing. And then I got one extra on the bottom there, because once they get this thin, they get a little sketchy to ride around with, especially once you hit one crack. You can have this happen. You might have noticed these hanging up. So this is my first set of sleeves. Ended up blowing one out, and this second one got a good chunk taken out there, and it's gonna be kind of hard to tell, but they got a bunch of little cracks going through. So this one's about to blow too. So that's kind of a little sketchy on this thing, especially where your legs sit right in front of the rear wheel. If these things blow apart, not gonna be really too fun. So I'm really hoping we can run these little bit thicker ones, because these things got a lot of life left on them. So we'll see. But I got the off-road drag bike pulled out as well. Got a toolbox all full, got my little air compressor and stuff like that, so we should be good to go. I'm gonna end up getting the truck pulled up. I think the truck's over there. Getting the truck pulled up, getting these all loaded up, and we should be good to go and hit the road. have some fun testing these things out. Made it out to the spot. Got my buddy Tark with me so we can finally get some better shots. So we're gonna warm up these things and then we'll take it out for a rip, feel out the spot a little bit, and then get some better shots of drifting this thing around. So out here is a little rougher than right by my house, but we can still get it done. Ripping pretty good. Definitely needs some gearing in it. It needs a little bit more power. The low end, it doesn't really like it. Need to like lift the weight off the rear end as much as possible.
I think I need to
it broke the little strap for the exhaust. Don't touch it. Okay. I got a little tie wire, just slap that thing on. Rips though.
It's not bad.
Not bad. Needs a little better gearing for sure, but those sleeves are rough. Oh yeah.
If you don't got speed with it, it doesn't like it.
Still eating though. Off-road drag bite's doing good. That's just the cruiser for right now. I need to fix the pop tune on it because I put a pop tune on it. I might show you guys here in a little bit before I take it off, but just ripping around the quad a little bit in this little oval section, getting a feel for it. Not bad, not bad. Hey. It's rough. It's tough.
I need a handoff.
Alright, I'm gonna get the head cam strapped up and I'm gonna take it for a rip. Tark's out on the off-road drag bike somewhere out there. I ended up just fixing the exhaust on the little exhaust hanger on the quad real quick. Everything's looking good. I should tighten up that sprocket, but it should be good for right now. Let's go have some fun. This road is really rough, so it's definitely hard to drift with the sleeves, but you make it work. Fucking loud. So there is like a big curve right around here, but there's a car right there that just showed up, so I like the way from the lead just in case we crash, we don't hit them. everything at the back of my legs though. Holy cow. Oh, there goes a chain. Good one. And we lost the chain. It's all good. Kill this bad boy. Ah, chain got. Oh fuck! I didn't pop it on the rear jack shaft. Damn, did it? Oh shit! It ripped the jack shaft right out.
Oh, no.
Nice. That's sick. Nice one, cause I had it kind of sketchily. It worked, but the hole wasn't perfect, and it held on for a while. But I was like, damn, the jack shaft was a little funky in there. Ooh, that brake's hot.
This is really,
Alright,
this is where you get the true testament to your toys.
Yep. This is the true life of YouTube. Breaking shit and then having to go back to the drawing board and fix this shit. So, great. Love that. Right after we just finish this thing completely, you always break something.
And this thing still rips.
Oh yeah, that thing's still good. Still got the pop tune going. Oh, Jesus Christ. He found out that the button works pretty good. Oh my God. Jesus. Well, you can say the pop tune's pretty good on the mini off-road drift drag quad, whatever the fuck it is at this point, but she's still ripping. Noise. Well, sad dies. At least it was something I can't really fix on the spot here because it basically ripped the whole bolt hole out of the jack shaft mount. So we're gonna have to weld that up or something, maybe replate it. But it doesn't seem to be leaking oil anymore, so that's a good sign.
Here's a light bar. Oh.
What's up, guys? So we got back from bringing the toys out for a little bit, and then I ended up breaking the mini drift quad, which is typical. It sucks because I just spent so much time working on this thing, getting it all dialed in 100% as much as possible, and there's always something that's the weak link and ends up breaking and killing the whole day. But we ended up getting to ride the off-road drag bike for a little bit, so that wasn't too bad. You guys saw me ripping it around in the fields a little bit. I was wishing it was a little bit smoother to actually like test this thing out and do some drag racing kind of launches and stuff, but it is what it is. Still all reliable, always working. So we got to get this thing fixed, which you guys probably see in a video or two coming up, just because it's going to take a little bit of time. So what really happened is the bottom of the jack shaft here, I ended up drilling. You can kind of see the bottom one on the other side, so you can see it's really close to the edge of the metal there, and this one was super close, and I was worried of it doing this, kind of just twisting over time, and it would just eventually pull out and rip the metal out. So that's exactly what happened. Ended up just torquing the whole jack shaft out of place. So we gotta fix that. I'm thinking about doing like one long bolt that just connects to both sides, helps it really squeeze it together and to the mount here. So we'll figure that out in the future, but it is what it is. She's still gonna look good ripper and still looking good. So that's all that matters. We didn't break anything really too bad or blow up the engine, but we're still gonna have to take a lot of this apart to actually fix it. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Attempting to take out the mini drift quad and off-road drag bike to have some fun, but it was just way too hot as well. So we ended up doing a little bit of riding around, as you guys saw, but not really too much. Chain got, oh fuck, I didn't pop it on the rear jack shaft.